Hi everyone, welcome to Shell Sugar Rush. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be sharing with you this delicious little Valentine treat. This is Churro Cheesecake Hearts, and we're going to go a little step further and cover some of these with some chocolate ganache. So if you enjoy things like this, stick around and watch me make them. Okay, so for our churro cheesecake part of our dessert, we're going to start with 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, and I'm going to just give this a quick mix to get everything nice and creamy. Okay, now to this we're going to add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of vanilla as well. Okay, and we'll just cream that sugar and cream cheese together real good. Okay, and then we're going to add 2 eggs, and we're going to add those one at a time. Okay, and I'm just going to scrape the bowl and just make sure everything is nice and creamy. And we'll set this aside and we'll move on to our next step. So here I have some Pillsbury crescent roll dough. This is what I'm going to be using for mine today. And in this bowl I have a 1/2 cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. And then I have a 9x13 pan, and it's sprayed already. So we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. And I'm going to mix my sugar and my cinnamon real good. I just want to combine that together. And then we're going to sprinkle this on the bottom of our pan. Okay, and now we're going to take one of our crescent dough rolls, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to put this in the bottom of our pan. Okay, and then we're going to bring our cream cheese mixture back in, and we're going to pour this out. And then we're going to spread it evenly over that bottom layer. Okay, now that we've got that spread out real nice and even, we're going to go ahead and pull out our other dough. And I've got a piece of parchment paper here. You can use that if it'll make it a little easier for you. So I'm going to roll this one out on the parchment paper and then put it onto my pan. You know, you guys, I usually like to get just the sheets that don't have the little perforated lines, but unfortunately we're out of a lot of stuff around here. It's hard to find things in stock right now. I guess you all are probably having the same problem where you live. If you are, let me know. I had the hardest time finding cream cheese. Okay, so now we're going to take the remainder of our sugar and cinnamon mix, and we're going to sprinkle that on the top. And I think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to have a little tiny bit left, but I probably could have put some more on the bottom, but that's okay. So now this is going to go in the oven on 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes, and then we'll come back and take a look and see how it turns out. Okay, so our churro cheesecake is out of the oven. I wish you could smell this right now. Anyway, doesn't it look great? So we are gonna let this cool down for a while, and then I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator, let it chill for a few hours, and then we're gonna do some cutting and decorating. So stick around. Okay, so we're gonna unwrap our churro cheesecake. It's been chilling in the fridge for a couple of hours. Oh yeah, okay. And then we're gonna cut out some pieces pieces, so I'm going to grab a spatula. Let's see here. Okay, and I have a heart-shaped cutter here. This is about the size I want them to be. So we're going to see how this the plastic one will work. Because we definitely want to get clean cuts. Okay, and you're just going to kind of move it a little bit before we pull it out. Oh yeah, very nice. Okay, and I've got a pan over here, and I just have a cooling rack in it. I'm going to be using the cooling rack for the hearts to pour the chocolate over. So I'm just going to carefully push that through to release it. And you'll cut another one. Now with that excess, we can always do some smaller hearts, or you can just cut it into bars. Just personal preference on that. I'm actually going to cut out some smaller hearts with it. Okay, so I'm going to clean this little area up a little bit, and then we're going to put some chocolate on some of these hearts. Okay, so I'm going to bring my hearts back in here, and I've got some chocolate ganache. So we're going to cover a couple of these with some chocolate ganache. And if you need a recipe for chocolate ganache, I will definitely link that in the description box. So with our ganache, it's nice and smooth. You can wait for it to set up a little bit more. It just depends on, you know, the consistency you want, but we just want to get just nice coverage, and then we'll let it set a little bit. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and pour some on. And I want to cover the entire heart, of course, aside from the bottom. And you want to pour it all over the top, you know, without really any hesitation or breaks, just so that you make sure that it, you know, glides down and gives you a smooth, nice smooth coverage. And I think we'll end up getting about 3 of these covered with this amount of chocolate. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I have a few chocolate covered strawberries. So while it's still wet, I'm just going to go ahead and sit a strawberry on there. Because I want the strawberry to kind of set into the heart with the chocolate. That way it'll stay once our ganache has set up. Right, and then I'll put this one right here. And actually, we can dab a little bit of chocolate on there. And then just kind of set that one. And that'll help it stay where we put it. And there's your chocolate covered Churro Cheesecake Hearts. Now we'll put these in the refrigerator for a little bit and let that chocolate ganache set up. Okay, so I've got some melted chocolate, and for the remainder of our hearts, we're just going to add some drizzle and some sprinkles and make them pretty. Okay, everyone, so our chocolate covered churro hearts are complete. Be sure to let me know what you think about these in the comments, and let me know if you decide to make some for Valentine's Day. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more treats in the future. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.